Hi. Okay, so I'm going to record this because class got messed up today. So I'm going to get all this recorded. So here are semicolons and colons. I'm going to share my screen. Share now. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to start at the beginning. It just makes it easier. I'm going to go from the beginning. I'm going to go through it fast. That way we have it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's talk semicolons and colons. I'm sorry that class got messed up. So we're gonna rock through this. All right, so again, here's punctuation. Pirate. So what is the point of a semicolon? The most common way to use a semicolon is to connect two independent clauses. I found buried treasure, period. It was filled with plastic coins. The two statements are separated by a period. If we were to read it out loud, it'd read like this. Oops. It'd read, just as I read it, I found buried treasure. It was filled with plastic coins. With a semicolon, however, a moderate pause replaces the lengthier pause of a period. It would sound like this. I found buried treasure. It was filled with plastic coins. It's just shorter. It's a shorter breath, right? It's a shorter phrase. How to use them. All right. If you have two independent clauses or two independent sentences, meaning that they could stand alone as complete sentences on their own, it's okay to use a semicolon as long as they're related. The pirate loves gold doubloons. He doesn't mind that they are plastic. And I put a long pause there, but it's really not that long. They could be two independent sentences, right? They're complete sentences. They could be on their own, but they're related, so we can put them with a semicolon. Both of these are independents that could stand on their own. I just said that. You can tell I've done this. But here's the deal. You cannot use it with a conjunction. So for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Any of those words, you cannot use a semicolon. So don't make it look like this. My dog ate my homework, semicolon, but he did not learn anything from it. Nope, drop the but, get it out of the way. Just keep the semicolon. Says my dog ate my homework. He did not learn anything from it. If you were going to use the conjunction, you drop the semicolon and make it a comma. The semicolon should stand alone by itself. If you insist on using a conjunction, just get rid of the semicolon and throw a comma in its place. Okay, when should I use a semicolon? Use a semicolon when you want to form a bond between two statements, typically when they are related to or contrast each other. The pirate can't find his parrot. He won't be a true pirate. It's a really tricky sentence. The pirate can't find his parrot. He won't be a true pirate without it. The relationship between the parrot and being a true pirate is strengthened by the conjoining them together. They're related. This is what I'm talking about when they're not related. All right, the pirate can't find his parrot, period. The ship was filled with clams. See how the pirate can't find his parrot and the ship filled with clams are two different things? And you're like, they have nothing to do with each other? Correct, they don't. So what you do is you just keep them periods. Internal. Use a semicolon to connect sentences that contain internal punctuation. All right. When a pirate agrees on something, comma, they will often high five one another, semicolon. Pirates are about high fives. Pirates are about high fives. If we used a comma in place of the semicolon, it resulted in a comma splice, which means there'd be too many commas and they don't make sense. If a period was used, we lose the connection between the two sentences. The super. Using a semicolon as a super comma. You can make it super as a superhero. Here's what we do. When can I use it? Use a semicolon if you need to make a list of items that are separated by a comma. This often occurs when listing locations, names, dates, and descriptions. All right, I'm going to say this one. My favorite people on earth are Blue Feather, my parrot companion, Ariel, my mermaid girlfriend, and Captain Hook, my twin brother. So see how it's like my favorite people on earth are Blue Feather, comma, that's his parrot's name. And then there's the semicolon because they're related. Ariel, my mermaid girlfriend, Ariel, comma, my mermaid girlfriend, and Captain Hook, comma, my twin brother. So see how the commas after their names, that's okay. But you want to put semicolons to be a super comma. The semicolon allows you to list and describe all three characters in the same sentence. All right. We're done with semicolons. Now let's move on to colons. So semicolon is like the winky face if you're at the thing at the bottom. Colons are the two dots, right? So the main uses of the colon are can be used after independent clause to direct readers' attention to a list and a positive or quotation. A list. The ship contains the following: the sail, pirate map, an anchor, Krabby Patties, and a flag with a skull. Keep in mind, the colon should not be used after a verb. So it should not look like this. The pirate treasures include a necklace, a sword, and diamonds. And a positive. My shipmate is guilty of breaking 2 of our 5 pirate sins, colon, theft and sloth. Could be used as a quotation. And so this is important. This is the one where you're going to use it the most, considering the words of Captain Blackbeard, colon. Don't forget to say please and thank you. A colon may be also used between independent clauses if the second summarizes or explains the first. Treasure hunting becomes natural for pirates. It cannot be learned. Conventional uses. All right, so these are the ones you know most. Formal letter, dear sir or madam, colon. Indicate hours and minutes. So you have 1 p.m., 1 hour, colon, 00. Show proportions. This is where you get your math part in, right? Ratio was 4:1. The colon is the 2 part, 4:1. Between titles and subtitles, Lord of the Rings, colon, the 2 towers. To separate a city and a publisher and a biographic entries. So this is where you have your citing, right? Your citations have this. So it's New York, which is where Oxford University Press is, and it's 2001 when the book was created. Those are the ones you know the most. Here are the misuses. A colon must be preceded by an independent clause. Therefore, avoid the following situations. Between a verb, the pirate treasures include. Between a proposition and its object, the pirate's cabin consists of. Or using such as, including, or for example. There are rules aboard the ship such as, colon. No, those are mistakes, right? You don't want to use those. And that's the end of that. So semicolon and colon, they're super, they're great, and you should try to use them. They're really helpful. So I hope you enjoy the semicolons and colons. We're going to learn more punctuation as we go. Yes, this is review, but I think it's important because a lot of people don't use them enough. And I know that was kind of like a fun, different kind of presentation, so I figured I'd throw that in there. All right, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.